What's up, everybody? This is Pastor Cherry. Welcome to the first session of Garage Talk. So I put some fillers out before, and people were asking me, what is Garage Talk and why is it only for men? So let me explain that first. I was trying to create a forum where men could feel more comfortable about their spiritual relationship. Maybe ask some questions anonymously, send them to me online. I'll answer them, see if we help them, and try and close that gap between the men and the women and their spirituality in church. So that's the reason for that. I'm not excluding women at all, but this forum is for men because men usually have a challenge in terms of understanding their spirituality or embracing their spirituality. Now, the reason that is because when you think of men, you think of strength. You think of men who are strong, and men like to always be strong, and they don't like to show themselves weak or emotional or spiritual. Now, the reason that relates to a relationship with God is because the Bible seems like it's the antithesis to strength at times, when you look at it from a fleshly perspective. So everything the man is trying to do, be around his friends, be hard, be strong, all of that. If he goes to religion says, forgive people. Religion says, don't sock them back, turn the other cheek. They take your shirt, give them your coat too. Love one another, love your enemies, pray for them. All of that, that seems like it's contrary to the strong man. So one of the questions I often get, and that's what I'll deal with today on this first session, is, look, PC, if I go hard in the paint on this relationship with God, if I try to really man up and strengthen up spiritually, how much will I lose? How much will that make me appear weak with my bros when we go out? Or let's say it like this: if my bros are doing, all the stuff we used to do, and everybody else is doing it, and I don't, do I look like a punk? Do I look like a wimp? Do I look like somebody who is, doing the spiritual thing, and they begin to ostracize me from them because I'm choosing a different path? And so I want to kind of clarify that the question really is, how much will I lose if I give God my all? Let me kind of give you an idea, and then I'll give you a scripture that I think will support and strengthen or dispel this myth that spiritual men are equatable to weak men. Let me tell you like this. I got homies, I got bros, and back in the day when I was developing my spirituality, I was clubbing, I was partying, I was on the dating scene, I had associates, I had, a bunch of stuff going on. But in terms of my brothers, my men friend, my bros, I used to hang with, I can honestly tell you that every last one of them, if I called one of them right now that I used to club with, I would talk to them, they'd be like, hey, Cherry, well, they might call me another name, we had special names. But if they say, hey, Cherry, what's up, man? They know I'm a pastor today. They knew I was back in church then. Let me tell you how it goes. Monday night, I would go to Bible study, and then I go to this club that was on Monday nights. I go to the club. Tuesday nights, I was off. My mom had to go to mission. Wednesday night, I was at prayer meeting or Bible study at the church. Thursday night was choir rehearsal. So I went to the club on Thursday night as well as another club on Thursday. And so all the bros had to wait for me to, he don't get out of choir rehearsal till 8, 9. Friday night was usually my date night or whatever, but even all of that had to wait until that was youth choir rehearsal on Friday. Saturday was a children's choir rehearsal, and then Sunday I was in church all day. The point I'm trying to make is that when I went hard in the paint to love God and to learn Him, I didn't lose any of my friends. You know why? Because I didn't treat my friends like they weren't my friends because I was loving God. I never stopped going to their events. I never stopped hanging with them. Now, that doesn't mean I do everything that they do, or if I'm not doing something I disagree with and my Christian faith is against. But the fact that I still showed myself as a bro to them made them respect me even more. So, yeah, I mean, my lifestyle began to change over time, but the thing that retained my friendship with my bros was my realness throughout it. And I think a lot of men try to think that, well, if I start going to church, I got to do this lifestyle right away. And no, you don't change overnight. It takes time. But where you gain your respect is where you continue to be a friend, you continue to be a brother, you continue to be an uncle, you continue to be a father, or whatever male status you have to other people or with other people, you continue to carry that out. And I think the mistake that many Christians make when they think, well, I'm going to, really commit to God, is that you go cutting everybody off. You go, I can't hang with you no more. I can't go over here. I can't do this and I can't do. Who wants to be your friend? I don't. You just treated me with disrespect. You're basically judging me, saying my lifestyle's not good enough for you to hang around. So this whole concept of understanding your godliness is important in terms of realizing how God actually strengthens you and not weakens you. And here's why I say that. There's a scripture in the Bible in 2 Samuel chapter 10 that I thought was really, really, really fascinating. And I wanted to share it with you. Just a couple of scriptures in the first part. 2 Samuel 10, it says, "It came to pass after this, the king of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun his son reigned in his stead. Then said David, I will show kindness unto Hanun, the son of Nahash, as his father showed kindness unto me. And David sent to comfort him by the hand of his servants for his father, and David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanun their lord, Thinkest thou that David does honor your father, that he has sent comforters unto you? Hath not David rather sent his servants unto you to search the city and to spy it out and to overthrow it?" The bottom line is that the king of the Ammonites had died. His son Hanun was reigning in his stead. King David says, I'm going to show kindness to the son Hanun by sending men over to show this kindness. Well, Hanun had this mistake too of thinking that ain't no man coming to show you no sympathy. So his bros, his staff, his people were saying like, do you really think David is coming over here to show you some kindness? Man, he's not coming to show you kindness. He's coming to spy out your land so he can take it. And this is the bravado, this is the machismo that keeps us from moving into places of unity and stronger cohesive relationships, because we think insecurely that anybody who tries to love us, anybody who tries to show us kindness, or anybody who tries to take the steps towards spirituality have got to have an ulterior motive. I don't have an ulterior motive. I'm trying to love the Lord. I'm trying to love you too. Loving the Lord doesn't mean hating you. And we've got to dispel that myth. So here's what this whole deal talks about, is that, David was showing himself kind and trying to do something for the Lord, and people read it the wrong way. And people will begin to read you the wrong way. But look at how the story goes on. So Hanun then beats up David's men, cuts their beards, sends them back, crying and whooping. David finds out about it, and basically David rectifies the whole situation. He goes back, he gets an army of men, he goes and he handles the Ammonites, and the Ammonites also linked up with the Arameans, and so they all tried to attack David. And David was like, told his servant Joab, he said, you take these guys in the field, I'll take the guys at the gate. And basically, David handled his business. The point of this story I want you to see is that the man who showed himself kind in the beginning was the same man who showed himself strong in the end. And I want you to understand that when you start taking these steps of faith and this walk with God in spirituality, yes, it does mean be forgiving. Yes, it means love your enemy. Yes, it means pray. Yes, it means turn the other cheek. But it also means that God is backing you in your decisions, and that if any time you're up against opposition or an enemy, you stand the chance of a higher probability of victory than defeat. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna, win every situation. You may lose a battle, but you end up winning the war. So I I just want to dispel this myth that just because you're spiritual doesn't mean that you have to be a weak man. So when you talk about being that strong man, when you talk about being the godly man, you can do that. You can still have your friends, you can still have your bros, you can still be the type of person that people respect, love, and honor because you decided to be a stronger man than what you are physically. You now are double-armed, double-barreled in terms of having the physical strength, but you also have the spiritual strength as well. So I'm PC, this is Garage Talk. I'm excited about sharing this with you. Get the word out, hit me up, give me a question online, tweet me, Instagram, Facebook, however you can do it. Check out some of my other messages at pastorcherry.org. I'm there for you. If you think the ministry is good, sow a seed, help us continue to be a blessing. To the bros out there, I got you, I'm praying for you, love to hear from you. I'm PC, and that's all I got. Boom.